Yeah, visible.
Okay, thanks. So since we all meeting first time, I think let's network each other virtually. And this is my LinkedIn profile. Maybe you can, people who are there already in LinkedIn platform, we can go and search Suma Annegowda. We can connect each other. Maybe you can connect or follow whichever you're comfortable. Please use that and send a connection request. So I'm happy to connect with all of you because I'll be sharing a lot of insights on how LinkedIn can work for all of the working professionals, maybe the entrepreneur startup category. So you can click follow or connect and follow me. Just to give a little bit background, I think people who know me, I don't need much information, the people who don't know. So I'm the person just like you, how you sit attending today workshop to learn about LinkedIn around 40 to 5 years back. I was sitting the similar kind of on the same stage where I'm learning about LinkedIn, how it works. And today I'm able to work with the brands which I'm displaying here. So all the brands which have been also from this is my last year data where I'm working with the brands by just being active on LinkedIn, nothing else. Okay, I'm not doing anything. I'm not learning any AI or any technology, but just being present in the LinkedIn platform and then be active and then be consistently writing a content on the platform. I'm able to work with these many brands. I think one of the biggest brands this year, I got an opportunity to work with the Manipal hospitals and the rest of the brands whom you can see. So I'm not here to brag myself to saying that I'm working with all these brands, but I'm trying to tell you the power of LinkedIn. So if you be a part of the platform and if you be consistently on the platform, the common people like you and me, we are here, nobody is celebrity, right? I'm also just people like you. I'm the person who worked in a corporate. I'm the person who taken career break. I'm the person from the rural place. So, okay. I think you all can resonate to the whatever I'm trying to say, right? So with the same background, like all of you, I'm able to be in the platform, able to work with the good brands. That happens only because I'm be there on the LinkedIn platform. So now, before we get into deep into the LinkedIn things, I just would like to have one question to all of you. Okay, how many of you think what is the right data? So how many people are in LinkedIn platform right now? Anyway, the right answer is right now the total number of people who are in the platform is around 1.3 billion. So thanks Archana and other people who guess the right answer. So moving on, I think I would like to, since you all been part of this particular session, there could be something you would like to learn as part of this particular workshop, right? Or maybe as part of this masterclass. Before I get into that, I would like to ask a question to all of you. What is your current challenges on the LinkedIn platform? So if I know that I should be able to customize the session accordingly. So maybe you can use a chat and then put your queries. So what is your current challenges? In and around, we say there are people who taken a career break and they would like to restart. There are some people who are looking for lead generation. There's people who are confused about what to post on LinkedIn. And some people are not responding on a LinkedIn platform. This is a few questions what I able to hear from all of you. Now, we have discussed a couple of challenges, what we all going through. So how we can leverage LinkedIn platform to address that. Let's talk about in few minutes. And then, before we talk about the challenges, I want all of you to be clear about what is your purpose, why are you there on LinkedIn, right? LinkedIn, basically, it helps us to achieve many things, but you should be very clear why are you using that particular platform. So if you're not clear, obviously, none of us, including me, we won't be able to achieve what we want, right? So I would like to share one screen. I think this covers complete what all the things as an individual, maybe as a kind of person who's in a career break, maybe a person who's working in a corporate, maybe a person who's working as an entrepreneur. For all of us, some of the things will be applicable here. So for example, people who are looking for a job change or promotion, so this particular career advancement, LinkedIn is going to help us. And then maybe if you would like to learn something for upskilling purpose, LinkedIn is going to help us. And then you would like to, you would like to build your brand on LinkedIn by writing a content, so that you can do it. And you can also do a kind of research. You can do a networking, and you can also get recommendations to your profile to make your profile strong. And also you can talk about your services, what you do, and also you can join the LinkedIn groups. These are the different purposes one can achieve through LinkedIn platform. But I want all of you to at least shortlist what are the 3 purposes you want to achieve out of all these things what I discussed. So for example, I'm very much clear that I'm not there in LinkedIn platform to get any job. Okay, I'm very much clear. So I don't put my energy and time to focus on that. I would like to build my personal brand as a #1 Indian LinkedIn experts. So I put my energy and time to achieve that. Similar way, I recommend all of you to at least have some 2 to 3 purpose on LinkedIn platform. For example, say I would like to establish a 5,000 connection on LinkedIn platform based on my experience or based on my background. That could be one purpose. Maybe obviously the first purpose is going to be to build your LinkedIn strong profile. That's going to be the first purpose for all of us. Second can be to increase the connections based on your background. And third can be maybe so for some of you it could be lead generation, for some of you can be a job, and for some of you can be to build a personal brand, right? Each one has a different purpose. Please at least be clear what are the purpose you would like to achieve from LinkedIn platform. Maybe for set a goal for 3 months. Okay, next 3 months what would you like to achieve? Next 6 months what would you like to achieve? So keep your purpose clear and then move on your journey on a LinkedIn platform. So now let's talk about what's cooking on LinkedIn in 2025. What are the few things? Let's talk about it. I think I have a few things in between of my slides. I'll be covering one by one. Okay. So before I deep dive into LinkedIn workshop, the first the changes what's happening in the LinkedIn platform is, I think most of you heard about LinkedIn top voice, right? So if somebody got a LinkedIn top voice, LinkedIn usually show their name, and under their name they usually show they are the LinkedIn top voice profiles. But right now they are indicating a LinkedIn top voice people by pushing the LinkedIn logo next to the bell icon in their new profile. So for example, if you would like to know, is anybody got a LinkedIn top voice? So how do you get to know? So if you see this blue color icon in anybody's profile, so that by seeing that you can aram say make out that this is a person who's a LinkedIn top voice. So these are one recent changes which happen in the LinkedIn applications. So now the next things what I would like to cover is, I think this is very much important. I think most of you know, and some of you even though know it, I think, but not putting in it right, strategy to achieve a good score. How we get in the schools and colleges ranking, even LinkedIn gives a score and ranking for all of us based on how is your profile built. How are you connecting with the people on LinkedIn platform? How are you publishing your content on the platform? How are you engaging with the industry people? Based on a couple of parameters, basically LinkedIn give a score for all of us. So I want all of you to do this activity right now. So please don't do this activity anything on a LinkedIn platform. For this, to do this activity, you all need to go to Google. Please go to Google and type LinkedIn SSI score. I put the type LinkedIn SSI score. Go to Google and type LinkedIn SSI score. SSI means Social Selling Index score. Type that, and then whatever the first URL pops up on Google, please click on that. I'm going to repeat the instructions, okay, in case if you miss, don't worry. Go to Google and type, I recommend all of you to do this activity. That's where you'll get to know why LinkedIn work for someone, why LinkedIn is not working for someone. Unless if you don't know, then it's very difficult, okay? Go to Google and type LinkedIn SSI score. And whatever the first URL pops up on Google, please click on that link. And once you click on that link, scroll down, you will get a button called Get Your Score Free. Scroll down, you get a button called Get Your Score Free. Click on that button. Once you click on that button, so LinkedIn will show a score for your profile. Okay, for some of you, LinkedIn directly show your score. For some of you, LinkedIn may ask your credential, so that's user ID, password. For some of you, LinkedIn may show you some puzzles, some multiple images where you have to identify what is the right images. Okay, so anyone, if you are able to get to know your score, please use the chat and then put it in the chat. Okay. And you need to see the LinkedIn shows multiple scores, but you just focus on a current social selling index score. Okay. So now let's understand why is the score is important and what is a good score, how to increase the score. So first of all, obviously 100 is the good score. It's difficult to achieve, including me. I am unable to get that. It's a lot of effort is required. So, but I don't recommend everyone to achieve 100. It's not possible. It's very difficult, basically. So I suggest all of you to at least 65 to 70 is a good score. If you want LinkedIn to work for you, if you want LinkedIn to work as a magnet, if you want inbound opportunity, so then 65 to 70 is what I recommend for all of you. So the reason why we have to focus to increase the score. So if you have a less SSI score, LinkedIn algorithm doesn't push your profile to any of the people who are searching. For example, somebody searching for a say for example, project manager, somebody is searching for a QA person, somebody is searching for a some other profile, but you are there in a LinkedIn database. Out of 1.3 billion database, your profile exists, but why your name is not popping up to the people? The reason is your score is less. And if a score is less, algorithm doesn't push your profile to anyone, including my profile. Okay. So for that sake, we should consciously put an effort to make sure we have at least in the average of 65 to 70 score. Why some of people getting an opportunity? Why not some? The main reason is because of this. Okay. So now we know that. Okay. So if you have a less score, we don't show up on LinkedIn platform when somebody searching profile like us. So for example, if somebody searching for LinkedIn strategist, why my profile is not coming? Why someone because maybe their score is better than my profile, right? So that's how we need to think in that way. So now there are 4 steps which we can to increase SSI score. What are the 4 steps I'm going to tell? The first step is we have to optimize our LinkedIn profile. So I'm not talking about having a LinkedIn profile. All of us has a LinkedIn profile. That's true. But having a LinkedIn profile is not going to increase your score. Okay, you should optimize your LinkedIn profile. There are a few steps which you need to follow, which I'll be sharing in my next screen. So there are a couple of steps. We have to go and complete each and every steps on a LinkedIn profile. Then only it's called as a profile is optimized. Okay, that's the first step. The second step is you have to increase the connections. For example, you have a say 50 connections and you're expecting a job and you're expecting a lead, or maybe you have some 500 connections, you're expecting lead to work, lead generation, or you're expecting a job to work. So lesser the connections, lesser the opportunities. Bigger the connections, bigger the opportunities. So you should always, in the LinkedIn platform, you need to expand your network. So I recommend all of you to, at least for me personally, what I'm trying to say is I also created my account maybe around 2017, 3 years, like nothing, not doing anything. COVID time where I started building my profile. So once I have at least 3,000 to 5,000, when I crossed my connection from 3,000 to 5,000, then nothing started working for me. Till that, I had put an effort to send more and more connection, outbound connections. I put an effort. Once I crossed 3,000 to 5,000, I could see that something inbound opportunities was coming. Okay, so Suma, we would like to call you as a speaker, and whatever the blah blah things happened, right? So inbound things will work only once you have some good number. People get to know who is Suma. With the 50 people know who is Suma Annegowda. Nobody knows, right? So when you have at least some 5,000 connections, at least that many people who are you, right? So please put an effort to increase your connection to at least 3,000 to 5,000 based on your background or industry, whatever you have it. That's the second step to increase your SSI score. And the third step to increase SSI score is you have to write a content on the LinkedIn platform. I think some of them mentioned, okay, I don't know what to write. So I think major challenges include me when I started my journey on LinkedIn platform. The major challenge was what to write on a LinkedIn platform. We have, 10 years. I think when I saw the database of the people who registered for this particular session, we have around 8 years to 10, 15 years. We have a lot of experience in the background. But the thing is, we are hesitant to write a content. What we are worried about what my boss says or what my colleague says, or what if I do something wrong, right? That's way, because of that, we don't write a content. And somebody is already writing a content, why should I write? Okay, so because of all these things, what is running our mind, we stopped writing a content on the platform. And even though you have a lot of knowledge, LinkedIn algorithm doesn't come into peep your mind and then see what knowledge you have, right? You have to explicitly write a content, share your knowledge, whatever you have it. It could be even though you're in a career break, maybe you're learning something, you're upskilling something, that also you can showcase, which I'll be covering in a few minutes. And some of you people having your services offerings, what are the services you're offering? Obviously, LinkedIn is like, nobody likes a direct sales. It's indirect way you can communicate about the services, what you offer. You can educate the people on the services, what you offer, or maybe the product, what you're offering. Or maybe if in a career break, if you learn something, how that practically can be used in the current situation or maybe in the current scenarios. So you need to relate that, just only not learning theoretical concept. I think one of the person who asked a question. So whatever you're learning some concept, for example, if you're learning some Python, how Python is directly, currently is used in some of the applications. Maybe are they using in a traffic control, or maybe are using in a refrigerator? You need to relate such kind of concept and think, and then you can start writing a content on that way. So third step is to increase SSI score is by writing a content on the platform. And the fourth step is you need to engage with the industry experts content. So for example, let's say marketing persons. Let's take an example. Somebody is a project manager. Let's take some technical person. There's some project manager who's got like 15 years experience. So if you're into project manager who are in a career break of something around 8 years, you can look into such kind of people and go and comment on the whatever the technology information what they're sharing, comment on it, so that you also get a visibility in front of a senior people, and also use kind of a ripple effect happen for your profile. Right. So the fourth step is you need to engage with the industry people. So I'm going to repeat the steps. So what is SSI score? LinkedIn SSI score is a score given by LinkedIn for all of us. Obviously 100 is a good score, but my highly recommendation for all of you to have at least 65 to 70 is the score. How do you increase the current score? Whatever the number you have it, how do you increase from this number to that number is by following the 4 steps. The first step is optimize your LinkedIn profile. Second step is increase the number of connections, whatever you have it. Highly recommend to have at least minimum 3,000 to 5,000. And third step is start writing a content on the platform. Fourth step is engage with the industry expert. When you follow these steps continuously and consistently, then your score will be increasing. And don't expect things to score to increase overnight. It takes time, and it's a dynamic value. For example, today for the next 3 months you're active, maybe your score may increase to 25 to 30, and if you take 1 month vacation to LinkedIn platform, it may come down to 50. It's a purely dynamic value. It's not a static. So please keep that in mind accordingly. Work on this particular aspect what we discussed. As I said, to optimize, first step is to increase SSI score is optimizing a LinkedIn profile. Let's talk about what exactly profile playbook. This is a thing screenshot maybe everyone can take of it. When I say LinkedIn profile optimization, basically you have to go to your LinkedIn profile, complete all these particular sections. I could see some of you not even uploaded your profile pic. In LinkedIn, basically, if you don't have a profile pic, people don't even accept your connection request. So uploading your profile pic, that to latest profile pic, and building a cover page, that's our LinkedIn banner, and building a LinkedIn headline, and writing about yourself in about section, and updating your customizing your LinkedIn profile URL, updating your education details and your experience. And if you're in career break, because in LinkedIn everything it works in an authentic way. So if you're in a career break, please mention that there's an options and update the skills, whatever you have it and whatever currently you're upskilling. And also if you've done any kind of certifications and have you got any recommendations for your profile, and if you've done any volunteer experience and if you got any awards. These are the at least minimum sections which you need to go and update in your LinkedIn profile to make sure your profile is completely optimized. So when you complete this particular section, obviously some of your score is going to increase. Okay, this we have tested. So today, for example, so if you have 10, if you complete all your section, it may go down to 20 or 25. That's how it works. I'm not telling you exactly to go 20 or 25. Purely depends on what are you updating. But some number will be jump in your SSI score when you update your completely optimize your LinkedIn profile. So obviously to cover all these things is going to be difficult for me. So I'll just touch upon a few things. So I just have a few examples for all of you. First is to update your profile photo. Please make sure the smile, confidence, and it's only headshot, head and shoulder photo, and background has to be plain because otherwise the background will be distract the people. So please make sure plain photo, background has to be plain, headshot, and then smile and confidence and the professional attire, and it has to be latest photo. With that, kindly upload a profile pic. And also if you see the next is about the banner, if you see Anjali Nair or Lavanya, so they have put Anjali is a project manager. She put something related to images to represent the project manager, and Lavanya is a product manager. She's put something related to product management and some quote. So this is what they believe. So this is a free space given by LinkedIn to market ourselves. This is free space given by LinkedIn to showcase our skills. So please leverage this space. This particular banner can be designed by using a Canva platform. And again, you don't need to use any paid version of it. Use a free version of Canva and search LinkedIn banner. You get a number of template like this and go and change it. Again, I think it's maybe when you're doing first time, it may be difficult, but I think you can, at least if you spend at least 1 hour of time, you should be able to create a good banner for yourself. But I highly recommend all of you to take 1 hour of your time and then design a banner for your LinkedIn profile. So having a profile pic and designing a banner for yourself, that's important. And the third thing is to build your headline. For example, if you see Anjali and Lavanya, the way they express, right? They're mentioning that they're a project manager. And if you see Anjali, she says she's done a couple of certifications. That's what she's positioning herself. If you say Lavanya, she's a product manager, and also she works in a other committee like POSH committee, and also she works in a strategy and a roadmap. So that's how she's positioning herself in the market. So please try to use the keywords, the industry keywords, what they put it maybe on the JD, or maybe the keywords which they use in an industry. So please try to use those keywords and build your headline. So if somebody comes to your LinkedIn profile, they can see only three things. It could be in a mobile application or it could be in a web application. Yeah, they'll see your photo, they'll see your banner, they'll see your headline. If these three things attract you, then only people will scroll down your profile. Otherwise, they don't even scroll down. If it looks like boring, it's not attractive. Even though you have done a couple of certifications, you got like 20 years experience, nobody cares. Please make sure these three things are like nicely designed, created properly with the right information, with the right keywords. It's like newspaper headline, right? So if a newspaper headline is nice, then only we read the newspaper, right? Same way in your LinkedIn also, if your headline is catchy, attractive, then only people will scroll down your LinkedIn profile. Otherwise, they will keep aside. They will go and look into someone else's LinkedIn profile. So now moving on to what is the new things happening on LinkedIn, what's cooking. Let's see. So this is a today updates. Okay. Today, this is my today's post, which is in a LinkedIn platform. So LinkedIn is showing for me to boost my post. Can you see here? Promote this post to reach people who matter to you. This feature was not available. Boosting was available only for the company related features or company related content what we done. But right now LinkedIn is bringing this particular feature of boosting your personal post also. So this is the recent changes. You can go and experiment. When you click on boost, basically it takes you to the next page where you have a couple of parameters to set up the campaign and all things. I don't recommend all of you to, even I have not tested because it came only today for me. So I don't recommend all of you to do this, but be comfortable with the platform. Maybe over the period of time, maybe you can experiment this one. But I'm also going to do it, maybe not soon. Maybe I would like to experiment maybe after 1 month how this, I would like to boost one of my posts and see how it performs. Then I would like to share with all of you. But I don't recommend to begin this. People who already have a good journey on LinkedIn platform, all of you can go and experiment. The new beginners, I don't recommend. And next is, as we said, the first part is about to increase, to build your LinkedIn profile. I already discussed about the few steps to optimize your LinkedIn profile. The second step is to increase exercise score, is to increase your connections. So now let's talk about that connections playbook, how we can increase the connections, what kind of people we need to connect on the platform. Let's talk about that. So in LinkedIn, we have more than 1.3 billion people. So can we go and connect with all the people? Is it possible? Maybe it will take a lot of time, but is it going to helpful to us? May not be, right? So connecting with all the people, for sure, it's not going to help. We need to connect with the right people by using a selective networking strategy. What exactly that? Let's talk about that. So now when you would like to connect with anybody on LinkedIn platform, I always suggest to people, consider some top 10 people who can introduce to a safe example. Say if you go and connect to Suma, will she in a position to help to introduce you to some 100 people? Or maybe Suma is in a position where she can introduce to 500 people. Or maybe Suma is in a position to can introduce some 1,000 people. Right? So you need to look into such kind of people. So then only the things will work for you. Otherwise, simply randomly you go and connect with someone and then they also have some 50 connections, 100 connections. It's not going to help you. You need to identify some people who already build a profile, build a brand on LinkedIn. Obviously, connecting with all the friends and colleagues, that's fine. But if you want LinkedIn to work for you, whatever the goals are, the purpose, what you kept, if you would like to achieve that, identify some 10 people. So, for example, let's take an example of Manjula. For me, I majorly work with the women platform, right? So, if I connect with the Manjula, so maybe I'm sure she can introduce to someone else. If I connect with the other platforms like Hiren Lady, Rajesh, but if I can connect with him, I can also get a connection with the other platform. Similar way, I found out some 10 people who they can introduce me to the bigger audience. Similar way, you also need to shortlist 10 people where they can introduce to the bigger number of audience. Accordingly, your strategy has to be there to increase your connection on the platform. Now let's talk about who has a target audience I want. For example, let's take an example who people who are in a career break. So people who are in a career break, you are looking for a job. So who is the person? You all need a job, and who is the people can give a job? Obviously, HR or hiring managers can give a job. Who is this? Okay, your target audience is hiring manager. Your target audience is a talent acquisition manager. Who has that connections? Now let's take an example. Manjula, obviously, she's working with her second innings. She is connected with a lot of hiring managers or a talent acquisition, right? So she's the right person you to connect where she can introduce to your target audience. So I'm just taking one of the example of the people who are in a career break. And so let's take an example of who has the clients I want. Okay. So now let's take an example. I think I could see Vinya was there. I think she works with a corporate. I think she would like to connect with a lot of HR people who for her corporate training. Who has the person who has got a good number of connections for her? So you need to think in that way and send a connection request and build your connections on the LinkedIn platform. And now, how do you reach out these kind of people? So for that, what we need to do is, so maybe we have to buy their services after they have written some book, or maybe you can ask for some free time or for the mentoring time, and then only you can reach out to those people, and then you should be able to ask the support what you're looking for. Otherwise, nothing come easily, right? Nothing come freely also. So if somebody have a free playbook, or maybe somebody have buy my book. So when you buy the book, or maybe if you buy the services, basically you got connected to such kind of people whom they can introduce to the target audience whom you're looking for. So this is the strategy which I suggest. Even I follow the same thing. So because to reach out to the right target audience on LinkedIn platform may be difficult, but when you follow this strategy, it's help you to achieve, connect with the right people on the platform. And next is about, as I said, I recommend all of you to increase from 3,000 to 5,000 connections. I'll show the screens maybe now when you take up the Q&A. I'll take up some few questions and I'll show you practically how do you connect with the startup people. One of the questions which I got it. So now what is the other thing which is going on LinkedIn platform is about, so we used to have a hashtag open to work, right? And also some HR, they used to make a LinkedIn content with a saying that, okay, open to work with a hashtag, and they used to post, we have a XYZ openings and all. But right now, LinkedIn has removed this particular thing. So if right now, if you go and search hashtag open to work, and if you click on post, you won't be able to see in any post posted by any of the HR with the open to work hashtag. So this is the recent changes where LinkedIn has removed this particular open to work. We're not sure what is the reason behind, but this is the latest changes which happen in the platform. So third step is to increase SSI score is by writing a content. I think I'll be investing a little more time on this because to build your LinkedIn profile that you can do it. It's not much technical things, you can do it. And to increase the connection, to send a connection request also, you guys can do it. It's not a problem. Major challenge what I see when I'm talking to most of the women is to write a content. So I'll be putting most of my time on this particular area. That's the content playbook. Now, as I already said in the beginning of it, algorithm can't read your mind. So you have to share the knowledge and skills what you have it, so that algorithm can analyze what skill you have it. According to that, it will show your profile to the right target audience. That's our responsibility. Writing a content is our responsibility to show to the right target audience whom we're looking for. That's the algorithm responsibility. And yesterday I was attending one of the global #1 LinkedIn expert session. Obviously, I also need top skills, right? So he mentioned that, okay, he goes to LinkedIn head office in US, and then he mentioned that even LinkedIn employees don't know what is there in algorithm. We talk about LinkedIn algorithm. Nobody knows exactly what is in algorithm. Okay, there are multiple algorithms is there for different use cases, the different verticals what LinkedIn have it, but nobody know, okay, this is a LinkedIn algorithm you need to follow. There is nothing exactly like that. So based on what is working on the platform, we will be recommending, okay, this is working. Maybe that's because algorithm is pushing your profile. Based on analysis, we recommend this how algorithm working. Okay, please keep that in mind. There is no, okay, to make my profile up, what is the algorithm things I need to follow? No, there is nothing such rules are there. So now, while writing a content on the platform, I suggest or recommend to follow these 4 pillars. Maybe entertainment, maybe some of you good in entertainment way of expressing your content, you can use that format. Or maybe some of you can educate the content in the way you can teach the people, or maybe you can share the knowledge whatever, so the other people can learn. And maybe other thing is you can inspire the people, or you can promote the services what you offer. I think the reason why I kept promote as a last, because LinkedIn doesn't encourage any of us to sell that or sell your services or a product directly. So it has to be indirect, and it has to be very last option. This is for the entrepreneurs or the startup people, or maybe the services people. The other way where we can write the content is by entertaining the people, by educating the people, or maybe motivate, or by inspiring the people. So again, so it's not necessary everyone has to follow all 4. Whichever it suits for your personality, right? You can pick up. So for example, you're good in making fun or fun kind of videos, or maybe fun type of making the posters, please choose it. If you think that's not cup of your tea, maybe you can get into education, or maybe inspire, or maybe last as a promote option. So please choose based on your personality, so what you are good at. And also the second thing is, where do you find the contents? Okay, so the challenge is here. So I suggest, okay, if you're reading some book, you can talk about that. What is the learning from that particular book? And if you're listening to podcast, you can talk about that. And when you meet people, you'll be learning something from them. You can talk about it. And some incident happen maybe at home or office. So LinkedIn always talk about, to mention about, to be authentic, not like creating the fake news or anything. It has to be whatever happens in your daily life. Okay, so you can share that, how you can relate to the work what you do. For example, if you're in leadership role, okay, if you read some book related to leadership, how you can relate that and write a content. Maybe if you're listening to some podcast related to leadership, how you can implement that in your organization. Or maybe when you meet some people, what is the learning from that particular person as a leader, right? Or maybe some incident happen at home. So the way you handle leadership at office is different. The way you handle leadership at home is different. So you can talk about the same concept, whatever you learn and whatever the work you're doing. And again, LinkedIn is basically completely your whole personality. You need to talk about, not like, say, for example, you're learning some Python skill. LinkedIn don't expect you every time you talk about Python. People get bored of it, right? And if, for example, I'm a LinkedIn strategist, if you come and see, I don't talk about all the time LinkedIn. My content is maybe around 60% or 50% is going to be LinkedIn. Rest of the content is going to be different because Suma as a person, I have a all avatar. Okay, one avatar is a Suma as a LinkedIn strategist. I will talk about that content. Apart that Suma as a mother, I will talk about that. Suma as a daughter-in-law, or maybe Suma does some social cause and Suma do lots of networking, right? So all my avatars will be put it in a LinkedIn. So all the time I don't talk about LinkedIn, people get bored of it. In your case also, if you're offering something, so that can be around 50-60%, 40% has to be you as an individual. You have maybe, different avatars, right? You have a different passions or different likes. You can talk about that. So then only people will get connected. For example, some of you got connected to me because I'm a LinkedIn strategist. Some of you may be connected. Okay, Suma works in some social cause. Some of you may be connected because, okay, I can learn from Suma as under women leadership, right? So some people connect with a different angles. So please try to put your personality as a whole, not like as a one corner piece of it, whatever the technology you're working. So that's how it's been working for me. So here I'm not talking about what other people work. As I said, I also started my journey with a zero connections. And if I'm able to get around 20,000+ connections, that happen only when I put my profile or build my thought leadership in this way only. I'll share the screen. Okay, and also other thing which you need to consider while writing a content is about ideally target audience. You need to, what topic basically it interests your target audience. So for example, let's take an example like women on a career break. Okay, so what kind of topics HR will be, your target audience is like HR, right? So what kind of content they'll be looking for? If they're hiring something, and if you're trying to solve some of the challenges which is in an organization, they might be interesting, right? So we need to think in that way. What is my target audience likes? Accordingly, your content you need to build, right? And then you can also track what's happening in the trending things in your industry. Okay, if you're a technology person, what is trending? Is it like AI things? What is trending? For a technical and non-technical, how it's impacting? And also analyze what is your competitors writing. When you say analyze your competitors, basically, for example, if you are a person who in a career break, okay, and we could see out of 10 people who take a career break, maybe 1 or 2 people writing a content on the platform, 8 people are not writing. So you always look into the 8 people who are not writing. No, that should not be the case. You should always look into other 2 people who are writing in the content. They are your competitors. They are your enemies, right? So both of you in a career break, but only one person is writing, other person is not writing. What kind of content they are writing? So what kind of certifications they are doing? Okay, what kind of previous experience they had it. So you need to look into such kind of profile, and you should also start building your profile, start writing a content in that way. So now I think today I attended one of the LinkedIn from LinkedIn. There's a webinar on related to for the marketers. So what they mentioned, there is something called hero content type. So if you're writing such kind of content on the platform, so that is performing well. That's what they mentioned in today one of the webinar from the LinkedIn platform itself. So what is that? Is a video post. Okay, we think about to make some normal post, maybe the text post, or maybe something, create some images, or maybe poll. All those things is fine. That also works. But right now, what is working most on LinkedIn platform is the video post. I think you also might have observing, right? We could see a lot of posts are coming. Even LinkedIn algorithm is pushing the people who are writing people who are making a video post. And some suggestions when you're making any video post. You must be thinking, Suma, right now you're not writing a content, you're asking us to make a video post. Maybe right now you're not posting, maybe over a period of time you need to get into this habit. So for that sake, I'm just giving the information. Whenever you're making any video post, make sure just have only 60-90 seconds, not more than that. And make sure the first line is hook and attractive and catchy hook. And any controversial hook also you can make it, because people will try to read that. And maybe shocking hook or maybe some negative hook also you can take, and some dream result. It's, for example, do you want to know how I restarted my career without attending interview or without upskilling, right? So then other people who take a career break, they'll try to resonate and read your content. So make sure the first line has to be catchy hook, but different types of hook which you consider as controversial or negative or a dream, any of this kind of pattern, whichever it resonates to your personality, you can pick up that and then start building your content. And some of the tools which you can use while to make your video is Opus Clip and CapCut and Aquaponic. These are the few tools that are available, free things which you can leverage. Maybe you can take a screen print of it, and obviously you can use your mobile. But some of the things, if you want editing, so if you want some good outcome, so these are the few tools which you can try. I think I had tried CapCut and Aquaponic. Opus I have not tried. So Aquaponic basically to increase your volume, that will helpful, and CapCut also it's good helpful. And also while making a video, make sure to use a vertical, because most of the people would like to watch your content with a mobile, right? And also in vertical video, the length is good. So always try to make a vertical video when you're making a videos in the LinkedIn platform or any of the social media platform. And while creating a video content, other theme you can think of it. I think I am given different ideas for you. So one, by considering the hooks, you can build a content. By considering a theme, also you can write. So for example, you can talk about health. So when you going for a corporate, because of the stress, you are put in a lot of weight. When you're taking a career break right now, you have a good amount of relaxation time. Your health is good, so you can consider that also. And like during your upskilling yourself, you know how to save your money or create your wealth in a better way. This is something learning which is happening for you. And something on relationship, it could be a personal relationship, also professional relationship. You can talk about that. And depends, like if you're comfortable, you can speak. If you're not comfortable, you don't need to speak. And while doing in video, some couple of rules is basically take one topic and then build a content on that. Don't add multiple things because it will confuse the people. So one topic and talk about that only for the end of the content. And also you can see what is trending post on LinkedIn platform. You can identify this, and based on that, you can also build a content. For that, there's a platform called Clear.so. They were giving a free versions. I think we just need to explore right now. They made a paid version of it. Just guys, you explore it. Okay. So when I tried it, basically it was a free version, and Clear.so you can install as a Chrome as an extension. So once you install it, you should be able to say, for example, you can go and search my name. After installing, it will show what is the post which I got highest impression on my profile. Maybe you can go to Manjula's profile, or maybe anybody's, whomever you think, whom you look up to, right? So go to their profile, search their name, and it will show all the content and shows which content has performed well. So, and you can replicate a similar kind of content for you because you're looking into your industry people, right? And other thing which I would like to share with all of you is one type pop-up on a LinkedIn platform. So for example, I think most of us ask a question asked, we have to write a content or what? Yes, we have to write a content, but when we write a content, what happens is we pop up on a LinkedIn platform one time. So for example, we take half an hour time, or we have 45 minutes of time. Maybe you use Chat GPT or whatever things, right? But still we have to fine tune the content. So say like we take 20 to 30 minutes of time, we write a good piece of content, and then we post on LinkedIn platform. So when you post on LinkedIn platform, LinkedIn show a message saying that Suma Annegowda posted this, right? Since we connected, LinkedIn notify. So we get pop up in our network one time. But what we did, we took around 20 to 30 minutes of time to create that piece of content. So that is the one way of it. Okay. But now I think today's theme is basically how to create a more visibility. Is one of the hack what I suggest for all of you is by following this. I'm also experimenting, guys. Okay. This also I'm just experimenting. So as I said, by writing a one time of content, by investing a 20 to 30 minutes of time, we pop up on LinkedIn one time. But okay, this is fine. But to share our thoughts or maybe whatever you want, but I highly recommend. So other way of is by writing a LinkedIn post, mini LinkedIn post. What exactly mini LinkedIn post is nothing but commenting. This is what is currently is happening. Other trending things I can say. Trending in sense, not in the front end, in the back end. That's how algorithms, everything is working fine. Working in the sense, say for example, we took 25 to 30 minutes of piece of time, and then we wrote one content, we popped up on LinkedIn one time. That's what we can do. So let's say example today, as a Friday, we have done this. As a Thursday, we have done this activity. So Friday, what I suggest is all of you don't take 30 minutes of time, write one piece of content. Instead of it, identify 10 people in your industry, identify some good personalities on a LinkedIn platform, go and comment on their post, whatever they have written, right? Say for example, again, we took a 30 minutes of time or 20 minutes of time to comment all those 10 people. So when you comment, basically you pop up on a LinkedIn 10 times. But here we popped up on LinkedIn half an hour, one time, but same time we investing on another day, but we popped up on a LinkedIn 10 times. So which is better? Obviously, mini LinkedIn post is better, right? So again, I think I don't recommend all the time go and do a mini LinkedIn post. No, it has to be kind of an alternate and see what works for you. So is it a mini LinkedIn post giving you more visibility for you, more traction to your profile? Please go ahead. Are writing your own content by investing half an hour time or maybe 15, 20 minutes of it, that's giving you more visibility for you? Please go ahead. So I try to experiment basically both the one. So I suggest again for both all of you to experiment both the things, but see what works for you. Okay, I think Ranjana saying she's already using, that's good. See, already some people using this one and it's working fine. And the reason is, say, for example, you go and comment with a person who's got like 20,000 connections. Let's take an example. I got 20,000 connections. You comment on my post if I done. Your visibility happen in front of my network. So not only one time you popped up on LinkedIn, plus you got a visibility in front of my network. Now let's take an example of Manjula from her second links. You went and commented on her post. And again, second time you got popped up on LinkedIn, again, you got a visibility of a different network who got like different connections, right? So this should be your strategy if you want shorter, quick results on a LinkedIn platform by writing a mini LinkedIn post. So experiment. And again, I'm saying, so if it works for me, it doesn't mean that it works for you. You need to experiment because your goal is different, your purpose is different, your profile is different. Please experiment. I think Ranjana, as she said, and for me also it's working. You guys can go and experiment that. So one more thing, what you can think of, identify 20 creators whose resonates to your work. For example, let's take an example, somebody from the QA background. Okay, so they are writing a content. They are in the industry for 10 years, 15 years. Identify if those are the people who are writing a content on the LinkedIn platform, maybe in a weekly, twice or thrice or 3 to 4 times. Identify such kind of creators. In sense, when I say creators, the people who are writing a content on the LinkedIn platform consistently. Okay, so not like one time they wrote. So identify such kind of people for your background. So if you are a QA background or if you're a technical background or Java people or maybe testing people or maybe HR people, identify people from your background who are writing a content on LinkedIn platform. Okay, so I shortlist some 20 people. Search. Okay, you can just go and search for HR and see if they have some good number of connections. When you search some people, first of all, you should see they have a good connection. Second thing is you need to see, are they writing a content on LinkedIn platform? If so, please started writing their name, note down their name. Identify 20 people. Maybe you can take 1 week of time to do this activity. Obviously, you can't do it in 1 hour. So it takes a good amount of time. 1 week, do this research, identify 20 people and note down. And next week onwards, your task will start to do a mini LinkedIn post for their profile. And second thing is, identify some people who are your level. So for example, you have some 500 connections, identify some of your level and you can engage with their content, what they write. Second thing is, identify somebody of your industry background who got more than 10K connections and then engage with their content. Identify someone in your industry who got more than 50K connections. Go and engage with their content. So when you do this, basically your visibility is going to increase because different connections, different network, and they have a good number of connections already. So with this, basically your visibility also increase on a LinkedIn platform. So with this, basically, you're going to pop up on a LinkedIn platform multiple times because the ripple effect, right? So different connections, different visibility happens. Your visibility will increase when you do this or follow this strategy. So now let's talk about what is other things cooking on LinkedIn platform. It is about content performance analytics. Okay, so if you go to your LinkedIn profile, if you written any content, it shows that okay, your content, analytics. So majorly it shows about how many people viewed the content and how many people liked it, how many commented. So new thing is basically saves. Okay, how many people saved your, for example, if the 4 parameters, how many people saved your content? How many people send your content on a LinkedIn platform? These are the 2 new things got added as part of a analytics. So by seeing this also algorithm thinks, okay, algorithm also will calculate how if the content is performing well. This is one of the input parameters for algorithm. Okay, this is a post posted by Suma. I think there are 150 and like 24 comments. Okay, it means that okay, this content may be performing well. Let me push this content to a much more audience. That's how algorithm maybe take this as an input parameters and to push the content to more and more audience. So this is how you can analyze why my content is performing well, why is not performing well, what type of content is performing, what type of content is not performing well. You can analyze based on this. So now we've been talking about LinkedIn algorithm. Let's go a little bit in depth on these things. As I said, nobody knows what exactly LinkedIn algorithm. So, but it's all like based on the analysis from the couple of the LinkedIn experts. What I gathered. One is, I think, if you're sharing the original content or original insights from your experience, that's what LinkedIn algorithm push your content to in the platform. So if you try to fake the news and to create the news, that's not going to work. Authenticity is where what matters. So original content is what important. That's push your content to the algorithm pushes. And second thing is consistency in the topic what you're writing. Okay, for example, today you write and 1 month you don't write. No, algorithm doesn't encourage such kind of things. Consider if you're writing 1 week, fine. Next for every week, one piece of content, continue that. Or maybe weekly you're writing two, continue that. Or maybe monthly you're writing one, continue that. But the should not like 6 months you're writing. You did some certification, suddenly you posted on LinkedIn platform. Next 6 months you are away from LinkedIn platform. This should not be the case, right? So you should be consistently be there in a platform. So for such kind of profile, LinkedIn will encourage. And AI generated content, it's automatically we have a lot of tools it make out that it's a content from AI or something. Even though if you're using AI or any other tools, but you should be smart enough to customize that content to based on your tool. Okay, it should come as a Suma is talking, it should come as a Arjuna is talking, it should come in such a way that Premalata is writing the content. If use it AI tools, but it has to be your tone has to be there. The words what you use in a daily while speaking, right? You should use that. ChatGPT or maybe the AI tools gives a lot of buzzwords, right? You should remove all those things and use an actual word so that nobody can make out even though you're using AI things. And also keep posting every now and then. That also algorithm doesn't encourage. These are the few what algorithm rewards, what are the punishment algorithm gives when you're making a LinkedIn post. And few of the commonly asked questions, I would like to pick some 3 to 4, and then after that I will take up the questions. Commonly asked question when we do a workshops and when I meet people is, the first question is, okay, so my account got blocked, what should I do? Okay, so for some of you may not happen, but in case if it happens in the future, please be ready with all the information. First thing is when something account happen, so if something happens, please make sure within 14 days you has to inform the LinkedIn team. If you don't inform, so I did not check my LinkedIn account or I did not check my email, I don't know what happened to my LinkedIn account. If you reach out to them on a 14th day, even not even after 1 second, they can't retrieve because from the database completely got deleted. Okay, so please act quickly if something happened to your LinkedIn profile. If they say they temporarily restricted your account or permanently we go to delete your account, something happens, some message if you get on your personal account, wherever your account is there, right? If you get that email information, please write an email by using, you can message them by using the link what I shared in the left side. That is the one process. But here a little bit delay will be there, but they will act on it. The second way is you can use a Twitter or maybe X. So this is something called LinkedIn Help. So you can just go to there and they'll ask you a couple of parameters. Okay, your URL, all those things. Please give all the information and why it happened, all those things, and they'll be responding to you. So basically, in the Twitter, we can get the faster response than with the email communication what we have. But I recommend all of you to use both the things and to make sure your account get retrieved back quickly from the LinkedIn team. But this is it's a lengthy process because they'll be getting a lot of tickets. You have to raise the tickets. So it takes time, but you should be consistently follow. Some people say, Suma, I wrote an email, I'm not getting a response. I wrote an email, what should I? No, follow up 10 times or 15 times because you are the one you need your account back, right? Don't think that because obviously they'll be having a lot of tickets. So please use both the way, sending in, raising a ticket, also by using it X and comment, giving all the information what happened to your account. And other information what I get it is like if something goes wrong to your profile, there should be a backup for your account, right? How do you take your LinkedIn backups? So you need to go to your profile. There's something called data privacy in the settings. Okay, if you go to your profile, click on a settings, and there's an option called data privacy. In the data privacy, if you click, there's an option called download my data. So click on that and choose first radio button, and then you can say request archive. So once you do this, LinkedIn will send an email to you once they have sent a information where you can download it and keep it ready. Another option is if you don't want full database, you can just all your if you want only your profile backup, you can take a profile backup, or you want only your recommendation backup, you can take a recommendation backup. So whichever you want. So at least make a habit of once in 3 months, schedule your calendar to take a backup of your LinkedIn profile because you put a lot of effort to build a LinkedIn profile, right? If something goes wrong, it's difficult. So please try to keep taking a backup as and when it's possible. And next is question what I get is, okay, should I use a freemium or a premium version of it? And obviously my recommendation is free because even I don't have right now the premium version of it. Free itself is sufficient to achieve what we want on LinkedIn platform. And if you don't know how free LinkedIn platform works and buying a premium, it's really not going to help. Okay, because I see most of the people complain saying, Tuma, I purchased a premium, still it's not working. When you don't know how free LinkedIn platform works, and then you're purchasing the premium, obviously you cannot get the result. So know A to Z of how LinkedIn free platform works. And if you know, then purchase a premium, then it's going to be helpful. Otherwise, no, it's not going to. They say it's a kind of a dead investment. From past 4 years, but like as a LinkedIn expert, I can't say that I don't know LinkedIn premium feature. For that sake, I'll purchase 1 or 2 months and experiment, I'll learn something, and then I'll remove it. So for that sake, I purchase. Otherwise, free itself is good enough to achieve what you want, including from the job, including from the clients, including from the lead generation, or including the to build a personal brand. Whatever you want, that is possible with the LinkedIn free itself. Okay, so now we've been talking about LinkedIn, but if you would like to achieve something on LinkedIn platform, there should be some goal, how we keep career goal, or maybe health goal or a wealth goal, right? Similarly, there should be a LinkedIn goal to achieve whatever you want on LinkedIn platform. First, as I suggest, to increase the connections at minimum at least 5,000 connections, increase, and just get some good number of recommendation to your profile. So if you are a working professional, if you have some experience, go to reach out to your previous employer, then maybe the current employer, get the recommendation. If you're people on a career break, reach out to the previous organization wherever you worked, or maybe wherever you're doing some certification, reach out to that particular company, get a feedback for your LinkedIn profile. And also, if you have a entrepreneur or a person who having some services, please get a recommendation from your clients. So to make sure profile is your strong, and also build your personal brand. This should be your LinkedIn goal. If you want LinkedIn to work for you, just having a profile is not going to help you. You have to increase the connections. Having a good number of recommendations makes people to believe, trust your profile, right? So it's not like recommendation cannot be a fake, right? So we can create a certificate saying that I done a Python certificate, all those things that can be created fake. But writing a recommendation, it's not possible to create a fake. It's very difficult because it has to come from the personal account. So that's going to give you much weightage for your profile when industry people are giving you feedback to your profile. So please make sure to get some good number of recommendation and build your personal brand. This should be your LinkedIn goal. So whatever you can say, like in 3 months, I would like to achieve, a 6 months or 1 year, please keep that goal and achieve that goal. I think as an individual, I would like to share 3 gems with all of you, which really helpful to me. One is grabbing an opportunity. Nobody will come and tell, okay, please take this job, or we have an opportunity, there's an opening, or okay, there's a salary hike is there. No, nobody, or there's a opportunity is there, you would like to think. It's our responsibility to grab an opportunity. If you don't grab, or if Archana is not grabbing, a Premrata will grab, or Premrata is not grabbing, Ramya will grab. It's a competitive digital world. It's our responsibility to keep our ears and eyes open and grab an opportunity, whatever it comes in front of our eyes. And second thing is building a relationship or building a network with the people. So as I said, the network is going to be helpful in many, many ways. I think I'm the true use case, I can say. I leverage my LinkedIn to the fullest. Okay, and it's not just kind of honest, like give and take. It's not like only or not taking all the time. So wherever it's possible, help people. So that will come back to you one other way. So build your strong relation based on your industry background, or maybe it's not necessarily all the time you should depend on an industry. Maybe some people you can have from your industry, some people not in other industry, but build your strong network or relationship. And third is you need to take an action. So we be talking about LinkedIn from past 1 hour. It's a right time. It's a time for all of us to take an action, because action is the mother of all accomplishment. The same action, same result. If you want different result in your career, you have to take some different action. What is that different action? Being active on the platform, writing a content in the platform, increasing the connections. So that's a different action you need to take if you would like to LinkedIn to work with for all of you. Almost come to the end of session. I would like to end the session with one slide. So saying that happy LinkedIn Lakshmi. So we all do a Varma Lakshmi, or other Lakshmi, Dana Lakshmi, and all those things. But I suggest all of you to do a happy LinkedIn Lakshmi. What exactly I meant to say is it's a platform, or she's a kind of a Lakshmi where she can give the jobs or internship or leads what we want. Or if you would like to build a brand, or if you would like to collaborate with anyone, or if you would like to do anything, right? Whatever we want. It could be for a working professional, or people who are career break, or maybe entrepreneur, anyone, right? Whatever you want, everything is sitting in the platform. If you invest a time on the platform, if you do a puja for her, and I say puja, not literally puja, if you invest 30 minutes time on this particular platform on a daily basis, you can get whatever you want. That's what I meant to say. So with this, I would come to the end of the session.